Do you want to have a Fang again over the battery? I would say probably. I feel like 20 health is still reasonable. This is damage. I am willing to buy this in case I will ever get infuriate in the haste skill. So those are still good items here. This is good. This is good. Those are... This is good. Okay, we can use this. This is good now. And this is 4 damage on my pulse rifle. Sure. So let's make sure the stuff is going on the pulse rifle. Do I think this is enough scaling? No, it's too slow. It's too slow. Definitely too slow. Okay, this is definitely getting used anyway. We can wait until the next shop though. Maybe we change something. And we wanted to use this over the battery. Okay, good. That was, I would say, a decent courier. Do I want to look at gold items here? I mean, there's a metronome, high roll potential. There might be upgrades for the Alpha Ray or the Pulse Rifle. Obviously, for the future, Chrono Barrier and stuff is good. So there's a decent amount of stuff at Goldie, but also the pool is really big, so I don't know. Gold is a little me, but also not the worst. Alternative is though getting like a PvE fight in, getting ahead of the curve further, maybe have like some loot. I like this more, so I'm gonna go with a fight here. Curio could give you cloak to replace for the Tesla. That's also true. But if you see, this Tesla is proccing so often. I'm not even completely convinced the cloak, with also being a medium-sized item, is actually better. So maybe the Tesla here is actually not as bad as I or people would expect. I don't know, I like it at the moment. It feels not too bad. Okay, I will take the half here. The rest of the options are really bad. And just for that reason also I want to, again, here watch the fight a little bit. Because I feel like the Tesla is not to underestimate, because it procs like probably on par with the pulse rifle itself. It is therefore also like charging the core a lot. And since we have a golden alpha ray, there's damage output. So crit core is not bad if you find like day 1 your alpha ray, upgrade it day 1 to make it to golden and get over the line by day 11. I knew this already, but I feel like I struggle so often if I do not find exactly this and have like my wins early. And therefore I still think the crit core is just like a super unreliable core to play. I don't like him at all. I feel often miserable playing it because I lose and I don't want to lose. Nevertheless, nice to have a good crit core run on stream to see what the potential is if everything is going smooth. I don't think I want to go for shield skills here. They're mostly bronze, and only a very few shield skills at golden and upwards are good. I don't need a small weapon, so I'll go shopping. Maybe I find something I like to see. Those are on day 7. Bronze LEDs. I mean, if you go to Courier a few times, they are pretty good. On average, do I want to wait and hope I find like better grade of LEDs later? I don't think so. I will just buy them anyway. Though as long as they're bronze, they will definitely find no use. This is the toughie because 200 health is kind of good. Monster loot is obviously amazing. Getting like here golden feathers would do a lot of work. And Curio is also, I don't know, probably around 10 damage on the pulse rifle again. As well as maybe a little bit of haste and at best improvement of the LEDs. And I want to improve the LEDs. But I'm not inclined to say the 10 damage is even remotely as good as a golden feather. So this being said, good talk. monster loot. Courier, unfortunately, at the wrong time. Yeah, getting like 6% cooldown reduction on my board is so much more damage output in general. I'm not even remotely sad that I went there and not to Courier. This being said, I will use those though, and I will fight the Cosmic Rock because I think the feather is amazing. Before I miss something, let's look here. Is the Rivet Gun really good here? I mean, I like the multicast to the left, charge from the right interaction a lot in general. So probably the Rivet Gun here would actually be also kind of amazing. And then I put it between the pulse rifle and the core. Though it is only like 1 in 6-ish. I don't know. Probably I should take my odds if I say I like also the odds here. They are also 6, 8. That's 1 in 4-ish. No, 1 in 5-ish. I don't know. A little higher, but probably not as good as a rivet gun. Here's nothing I want. Okay. I mean, the rivet gun you can really reliably get from the shops. I don't know if it is correct. Drinking beer? No, it's mate. It's a, like, yeah, I don't know. You need to know mate. It has also like a little bit of, I don't know if it's called dark tea in English, but like this sort of green tea. So it's like just a caffeine base drink, a little sugar, but not too much. It's very mild. It's the cherry tea mate. I don't know if you can see it. I have like the green screen on, whatever. So no. I actually I don't drink alcohol at all, like never. Anyway, I feel like both options are valid. I would actually like to see how good the rivet gun functions here. Yeah, I don't need this at the moment. 5.3 is though really high. I don't care. Let's do this. We are experimenting here. Invigorating cold. Yeah, you are correct. That is the skill I was missing earlier. The name, I struggle to pronounce it correctly from the top of my head. Thank you so much. I don't like picking the chocolate bar because the investment is too high. It is like 1, 2 gold. I don't get any back. So I pick the 20 HP banana thing for 2 gold, and I can sell it for 1 gold. And there I think the value is good enough. But chocolate bar is by itself from Curio, in my experience, too expensive. At least if I do not have like the financials mean to say, no matter what happens to this game, I will never ever run out of gold. And 35 gold is not the cap for me to say this even remotely. Like, I couldn't even buy 2 diamond skills, so we should need to be 80 gold upwards to be in the position where I would say, well, probably there's nothing gonna change my financial situation. So I will skip anytime the chocolate bar at Curio because I think the value is not high enough. This might differ in very specific situations, but yeah. Also, Luciola Fulminata. I hope I pronounced it kind of okayish. Thank you so much for the follow. What is the cap for you saying that? I mean, for the chocolate bar, I would say it has to be more like 80 gold, because like even 50 gold, if you have like some premium shops coming up, you can easily spend 50 gold. Like one I don't know, diamond chrono barrier and 1 diamond skull, even though not completely likely to show up in that row, is kind of more than the 50 gold. And so you can easily, I don't know, spend 50 gold rather soonish in very specific situations. And even for those very rare situations, I rather have 50 gold because I'm a conservative spender on my money over buying this very meaningless chocolate, to be fair, because it's like very, very expensive. If I'm correct, 10 HP. 2 gold for 10 HP is, I don't know, you need to be the more the Jeff Bezos, where you say, well, what is money? I want to marry, so 600 million, whatever. More that kind of situation. I don't need any cinders, I don't need a little bit of gold, scrap shield, I don't even have a shield, but upgrading the core here probably will do the trick. I don't like large items. A haste item has a decent pool. What we are at day 7, so we can also see some good skills at gold. I feel like this build might improve a lot from skills because, well, there are some certain limits this build by itself can reach, and we're already close to them. So let's go for skills one day earlier as I normally do. Maybe we find something good. Is this something good? The answer is no, so I will just skip over it. 10% extra crit just on the core. There's also nothing. Get 3 damage here on the weapons. It's like in comparison to this, a little bit. So if I find a duct tape, this is probably accumulating some damage and we rely on damage. I will buy the sharp corners and maybe even get my duct tape here. Do I want to skip chocolate over this? Probably. So I will do this. I don't think a light bulb is cutting it. I'm honest. I mean, I don't know. Let's say meaningful amounts of crit is like in general. If you compare this to like the crescendo skill, this is like nothing. Even though it's a fast item, I don't like it. Okay, there is an upgrade on the Aiden. I will take that though. Still, this is only bronze. This is not enough. This is not enough. So we're staying with how we are at the moment. Hi there. Is there anyone to share a beta key? We had yesterday a few people that were really nice to share beta keys that were going around. I think those that I got sent to, I just gave away. So I can unfortunately not help you myself at the moment. I don't have any spare keys that I got sent to. There are also nothing in the inbox. But if there is someone here who still wants to share some love and has a spare key, feel free to either write me or the nice guy who asked in the chat. Okay, here I don't be super rich, but I'm like, don't struggle too hard. So we can consider going to Aerodrome. Maybe we will find a nice enchantment. Though small items is also pretty good because now the duct tape has a lot of value. And I might just want to go for exactly this. So yeah, let's just go there. We didn't find it. Chocolate is probably better over a large item, though I will only spend 5 gold here. I feel like I'm not in the financial situation to justify more. Like now, if there's like, it's so easy to spend the gold here at the moment, I'm not really saying. Speaking of this, normally I like to go here for the feathers. It's my standard play, I would say. Is there anything here? Not really. Here the skill cannot drop at the moment. There's like a golden Tesla coil, but like selling them off is like 1 in 5. It's not too bad, not too shabby. So is it ever the play to sell off a Tesla coil to get a better Tesla coil? Or like get the 20% chance? I would say that is reasonable. I have a lot of stuff to find. I would say it's still a good item, but I can put there a battery and I don't know, maybe LEDs, so I wouldn't weaken myself too much. I'm inclined to say maybe that is a good play. So let's do it like this. Let's try to improve the Tesla coil, maybe. Thank you so much, Tent the Kind, for maybe helping out there. Yes, you can not get upgrades if you do not have the same rarity match. So if I have a bronze Tesla coil, I could not even get the possibility for the golden Tesla coil to drop. That is some sort of a life hack, or like not life hack, like but it's small. First of all, I think that mechanic specifically is bad, and I hope it will get changed. It's also to assume it will get changed because it's obviously a bad and sort of hidden mechanic. Second of all, you can abuse it kinda as well, because if you, for multiple reasons, this is one of the reasons, you hold items in your stash, not because you ever want to use them, just to block that they can show up later in shops or get dropped by PvE encounters. You can narrow down the pool a little, and I feel like Reynard, I don't know, he didn't say, but I would wager Reynard would, so far from what I heard, he would say that this is like sort of a sort of abuse of mechanics he dislikes. So he feels like probably those are play patterns that shouldn't be in the game. So I would wager there is change coming this way. This is a 10-second item, so whatever it does, it is not good enough. I will not use it. You cannot make me. It's also large. So large item that does 10 seconds nothing is definitely not a good item. I will take the 3 loot items here though. They're particularly good here because they're golden. I don't have poison yet. I don't have this yet. And this is going on the pulse rifle. We did the math why this is correct. Okay. Do I want to go digging and find a high roll item? Or do I think I'm conservative and think on average 250 health is just a lot? I would say 250 health is just a lot. Normally I think, this is by far the best encounter to get, because I love this dig set. It's like amazing. It always feels like, way often it feels rewarding. It feels good to look at items. I like to look at items. Generally pretty good. Here though, I don't have a defense line. Like I don't have a single shield item, so I relied around to raise my opponent. And to have at least one defense line, I value my health just a little higher. So yeah. This should be the link for the add-on that I'm using at the moment. So yeah, it was still in my cage. Okay, here medium items might be interesting because in general I like, especially around day 8, where there's at least a decent amount of chance for gold items, to go for medium items. Getting the chrono barrier scrapmetal is amazing. I mean, there's still pulse rifle. The alternative is to say, maybe I find a weapon again. Since here this is kind of weak, maybe I want to go for weapons, so there's missiles. I would say missiles in this particular spot might just be better, so I will definitely buy her. I still have to put stuff on the board and here this week, and then obviously we have to take out the Aiden, but maybe this is better. So I think maybe this might be the case play now. Obviously I can only have like one friend. I might consider missiles over Aiden here. Might be actually good enough. This spot is like either the battery or the LEDs. If the LEDs were upgraded, obviously the LEDs are pretty good. They are not upgraded, so one slow is unfortunately in my book not as meaningful. I rather have the battery, even though it's also only bronze, and charge a little bit my burst potential on the pulse rifle. Yeah, obviously having here a duct tape would be probably pretty good, but I have not seen a duct tape, so we have to probably stick with this and keep going. Is the phrase good bin mono weapon? If it's, I don't know, I wouldn't say, like, maybe, I don't know. I should have considered that maybe more, but I think the rarity of that thing is only bronze and not like golden or diamond, so it's like kind of low. We're still bursting here kind of good. getting carried that we have like early alpha ray and upgraded kind of a lot. So yeah, we are definitely go for weapon skills. We are a weapon build, so that is the easiest pick in my life. 9 damage, though flat, is not a lot, unfortunately, at this point. 2 flat is also not a lot. We don't even have a shield yet, so I think we just increase the sharp corners here. And was it only 3 damage earlier? Okay, anyway. Yeah. Chocolate bars falling off. I would like to go digging here a little bit. There's a charging station we had like a small discussion about earlier, and someone told me it's good in this particular spot. So let's think about this charging station. When you use an item to the left, charge an item to the right for 1 second. Probably you want to charge the core anyway, because obviously every core proc means extra damage on all my items. And when you use the core, it gets plus 20 damage as well. I would wager this is good here, maybe. I mean, this is only a bronze, and this is probably also falling off. So something like this might be good. Let's give it a test. We just have a PvE fight anyway ahead. I want to look at this fight. I don't know, I didn't look at the other options here. Maybe I missed something again, but yeah, I want to look here. Give me a second. Okay. It's accumulating to a decent amount of damage on the core. It charged a little bit more the core. It's a bit clunky. So it's also kind of good. I don't know. Maybe it's good, maybe not. Okay, what to upgrade here? I would wager, I don't know. Charging station is increasing, right? Let me just for a second make certain. Yeah, it's increasing the charge. So we could do the charging station. And to be fair, the alpha ray is only 3 damage more. So while this is like, I want to ramble a little bit about why I think this alpha ray is falling off so hard in comparison to the gamma ray and the omega ray again. The problem is you have just a linear extra scaling on the damage on your weapons. And that is falling off because if we take poison or burn, it's not only scaling additional burn on your items, for example, or poison, but it's also accumulating faster and more burn, therefore, on your opponent. And you have a second scaler. And those scaling opportunities are so much more. So just an intuition is, if you want to fix it, you probably have to make the alpha ray just a little bit stronger and not increase here only by 3, but have to give it the full 9 doubling increase. I know this is like a little bit scary because probably in the early mid game alpha ray is already strong, and then if you get like a very early diamond upgrade you have other issues again. But my personal intuition here is the extra 3 damage on the alpha ray are not cutting it in the late game, and you need more damage on it to compensate because you do not have the extra scaling on the opponent from the ticks of burn and poison. So I don't know. This is why I think the alpha ray is just falling short later on. And anyway, I don't like it too much. Anyway, we are upgrading the charging station here. I feel this is by far better because we have like double the charge, therefore on the core. So we are going with this. Consideration here is actually which one of those. Even though this is procking just a little bit more, it has also the downside to be a little slower. But I still think this should be the case like this. Okay. Region and large items I don't value, I love. I rather look at small items. I still don't care too much about the water cooler, though. We have now a nifty way of charging it, right? But yeah, I don't think so. Also, we are not rich at the moment, so probably we shouldn't do this. This has probably outlived his time. This has outlived his time. Let's at least clean a little up. About this, I will look just in a second. I still think here the temp boost is the best. Though, I don't know if health is the big or weapon damage. I mean, starting with a lot more damage is probably better than just a little bit of health. We are aggressive. And then there is a Shadow Cloak. Like hasting the absolute maximum out of the items is probably also kind of good. But yeah, I don't think it fits at the moment on the board. We are committed a little bit to the charging station here, to be honest. So I would wager we don't want to change this up. Because like if we fit it in, I mean, nothing convinces me here. We probably, if we want to fit it in, since we still want to have the Alpha Ray, we have to put it here on, and then this is not gonna work because of the charging station, and just tasting here an Uzi on an Alpha Ray is also not good enough. So my evaluation is we're sticking with this. I will catch up with you in a second, and then I will click on the fight. Yeah, but I cannot haste the pulse rifle and also use the pulse rifle to charge the charging station because I also need a friend next to it. That's the issue. And we are like weakening ourselves one way or the other. What about pulse rifle out? Okay. So we are saying we don't care about the pulse rifle anymore. Like this is similar level. This is now fully perma-hasted into Oblivion and is also getting 7 damage on top. Since we are charging with this will not run out of ammo, so that is no problem we are running into. So what we're doing, we are taking away, we get some extra damage, but we get a lot less procs, and also, it's not better. So I will reason why it's not better, okay? We just like estimations, we get a fully hasted missiles, and therefore doubling kind of the missiles, but the same amount of stuff is happening if we have the pulse rifle in. It's even a little bit faster, more procs. So therefore, this is kind of the same output. We are therefore not increasing there. We have amount the same procs, we have a little bit of extra damage, which is kind of nice. The downside is though, we are missing some extra scaling on this, and this is the main reason why I don't think it's better, we have less targets on the board. So we are we are weaker. I need to look up how to pronounce the other word. At least we are weaker to freeze and slow and stuff. And since it should be super similar, I wouldn't use this. I will keep it around. I want to watch the fight. Seems like a strong Vanessa. And then I want to look up how to pronounce one specific word because I want to use it. I feel like it is better. This is getting over the line, I would say. And here you can see why it was good to have more targets for the freeze, because that way we would have lost. If I had a cloak here, I guarantee you we would have lost because we had one less target, we had more freeze, we were just in general weaker and lost the fight. So